I never change. Still the same as I've been, and it's getting for.
All right, Earthers, we're on a countdown.
Like the way I never change. I never change.
That proves that we got Facebook. YouTube. Let's see how YouTube's doing. I should see some. Let's see how YouTube's doing. Every now and then. Good deal. Let's try D Live. Testing, D Live. Let's start the background music. It's so calm and soothing, right?
Brackets. Chicago. Very good. Yeah.
My channel. It's so cool. Let's try Facebook. I never seem to find this, but it does seem to record. Oh, there we are.
Chicago.
Cool. We're on all 4 channels. Checklist. Countdown, hit stream, record, start background music. How loud should the background music be today? I think 4. Like this. I'm going to turn down the audio because when I read, the audio in my headphones throws me because it's got like a 10 millisecond delay, maybe 50, maybe 100. Boink. All right. Don't need that. Do. Sound checking the stream itself. I did that. Check restream. Oh, let me set up the chat tab. Chat. There we go. That's what you need. It should be about 2.5 minutes left on the countdown, and it is. Get that intro ready to roll. I'm looking forward to tonight. It's been 2 weeks, really, since a good broadcast, since something. We did a couple spots from Orlando, little 2-minuters. Crack open the Perrier. I guess I'm going bald tonight. No hat. Forgot my hat. That's okay. Chickens. Oh, I kind of forgot something. Something big. The actual kind of thing. There we go. Your posts. There we go. Ah, such beautiful music. Little violin. So emotional. Where are we on the countdown? 50 seconds to go. How's my chat doing? How are the chat peeps out there? Why it don't show my lurkies yet? Maybe there's not too many. Why? There it is. Okay. Don't want to miss the countdown. 10, 9, 8. Let's abruptly stop bin sound. 6, 5, 4, 3, 1.
Welcome to the 9dNation.
בראשית ברא אלוהים את השמיים ואת הארץ.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Thousands of years later, it was Wednesday at 11 p.m. Central. Get your passport ready and be prepared to declare to the customs agents any edible plants or miscellaneous worldviews. You're now crossing into the nation with no denomination.
All right. This is the 9dNation. You're in the nation with no denomination. I am G. Ross, your host. We're being simulcast on Facebook, YouTube, DLive, and the Foxhole. On our Friday show, remember our co-host Angular joins us for Bread Pill Weekly. Always call-ins. The way the technology works on that is just butt in and talk. I won't see you. I won't hear the alert. I don't know why. Let's see. Yeah, nation with no denomination. Okay. Before we start tonight's show with show notes, we missed a couple of our regular shows. We knew we were going to. It was a travel. It was a fun travel for some. Honestly, I had a pretty dark time, but I emerged. We'll talk about it if it comes up. I tried not to kill my travel partners with too much doom and despair. I went through a dark time. It is what it is. Starting Monday morning, things started getting better, a little better. We can talk about why and all that if it ever comes up. So so after the show 2 weeks ago came Friday, and we ran through a blitzkrieg of a few news items on the Friday show with a mask on. I had a mask because I was in an airport. I was in the DFW airport. It looks horrible. Then I think completely skipped any even just touching, poking in, quick high for the Wednesday 9dNation. Didn't even do it. Then that Friday, if I remember right, I think we said hi from a pretty cool themed restaurant which pretends the earth is a spinning ball. It's called Space 220. It's in Orlando. And then Sunday night, I was going to do just kind of a fun show of links, but I was still kind of down in the dumps. And so I just bailed on it. And here we are. So having said all that, we're in the 9dNation. This is going to be episode 6 of season 1. What is 9dNation? It will turn into season 2, probably early April, which will be a Bible study. Don't exactly know exactly how that will look. Should be fun. What is season 1? We've done 5 episodes, and it's here. Let me show the screen. I'll go ahead and show kind of what season 1 was so far. Always in Texas. I was leaving Texas for a week. That's what I was doing in the DFW airport. Born in Lubbock, raised in mostly East Texas. Spent a little time in California when I was young. Spent a little time in Arkansas when I was young. But I'm a Texan. And I like the people that got here as soon as they could, even if they weren't born here. But quick side note about Texas. Like in the lounge and a couple other places, I've heard it kind of bandied about. And I tend to agree. People talk about, Texas is a destination during times of trouble, Florida maybe. I don't think there's a perfect place. It's going to be a little bit more like by county or by region or by whatever. And a lot of times it's city versus rural, I remember traveling in Syria and Egypt and a few places like 15, 20 years ago. And I kept noticing vibes like This reminds me of rural U.S. or city U.S. So anyway, love Texas. Live in the North Dallas area. How much should one dox oneself? There's no good answer. My beautiful whippet, which is a type of dog. All right, so anyway, I was going to show the screen. Yeah, I was going to switch to the main scene. So here you see, this was the beginning of the Facebook feed. This is the way that they show your Facebook if you take a backup of it all. And I didn't really put a list of what the topics were. We've done 5 episodes. I won't break down the dates because that's getting a little bit long. Started in April 2009 and just hit highlights of any kind of post that would be interesting potentially to well, I got to remember who I'm talking to. I'm talking to YouTube, DLive, Facebook, and the Foxhole. I'm kind of targeting YouTube, but with a flavor of what Foxhole people would be more into as far as the posts that I'm picking and choosing. I'll just go back like H1N1 mandatory vaccines for healthcare workers. 9 years ago, or no, more, 13 years ago, like 2009. Those posts were in there. All kinds of stuff. Just all the topics that we're seeing today again. Anyway. Then we got all the way up to, I want to say, end of episode 3, beginning of episode 4 was when we hit our friend 17. And now we're going into August 31st, 2018. Let's jump on in. I feel like turning the music down just a tad. All right, so now this will start to make a bit more sense if you've not seen this before. And looks like another chat. Born in Fort Worth, moved to Abilene, college in Lubbock, Temple for 10 years, nice. Now in Central Permanent, Texas. Nice. That is bad to the bone. All right, so on August 31st, 2018, and I pulled these, I want to say I pulled these links like 3-4 weeks ago, so I don't remember. But let's take a look. 7 men sentenced for their roles in an international child exploitation crowdsourcing conspiracy. Okay, I'm going to just start doing the dividing. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, and possibly on DLive, kind of in the middle, you might not know why I'm pulling this. If you're watching this on Foxhole, you know exactly why I'm pulling this. You'll see, and we had this in the last episode, there's this string of just news about child, what does child trafficking mean? What does trafficking mean? It means human trafficking. It often means for slavery, pretty much means that. And who knows the percent, but it's got to be a high percent. It's definitely high. Sex slavery. And this happens for all ages. So anyway, there's CP, there's trafficking, there's this exploitation here, but there's this string, and I was posting them just one at a time, article, every time I'd come across one. And the people on Foxhole, you know how I got these articles. I didn't even have to try that hard. I was just going to 4chan, 8chan, 8kun, the aggregator sites. I'll eventually crack, and I'll start saying the letter Q, but I always start a little cagey, and then I go, I can't help it, and I just speak. But, and I can't remember where it is. Somebody in the chat will probably remember. I could find it, I'm sure. One of the aggregator sites had like a list, I want to say, of all the arrests. And it's huge. It's very hard. You have to put it together. You have to scrub. You have to like be your own reporter if you want to see a good stat of what were the trafficking arrests like under which president. And just chase that. Just watch that. And it, shortly after 40, is Trump 45? I do a Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and I whacked the mat really hard with my head. I might be a little loopy. 45, right? We know. How do people not know? Always in Texas. Amen. Let me challenge it. I think 90% of anyone listening is a little bit kind of ahead of me here. But just like in church, have you ever, all right, I follow the Christian gospel, but I'm sure other religions might have this feeling where you don't mind hearing your core story again, right? If there's one person in the room that needs to hear it, you want to hear it. You enjoy hearing it. I love hearing the gospel millions and millions of times. Similarly, I'm hoping that, you know, and I'm doing my tiny little show in a corner of the universe here. If one person walks through, sees the recording, whatever, it catches their eye, right? So, you know, we don't want to just bore each other and repeat the same echo over and over and over and over again. But finding a angle to bring it up again, kind of like this article right here that we're staring at. It is showing on the screen, right? Let me check my restream. Yeah, it looks like it is. Let me actually go to the restream tab for a sanity check. Yeah. So, yes, we have our 100 monkeys. Hundreds of monkeys. Anyway. All right. So somewhere there's an aggregator site that just has it listed, or did, and you could just go get a lot of it. There's resigns, suicide weekend, you know, people that left either career suicide or actual suicide. Do you remember I get this sardonic wry grin when I talk about it. It's not cool, but we know the people that experience it, most of them signed up for it. I hung myself with a red handkerchief off of a doorknob, right? It's like 2 shots in the back of the head. Anyway, so let's go to the next post. This will be August 31st, 2018. Tonight's show, if I can stay disciplined, will probably be, honestly, I won't stay disciplined, but it won't be real long. But my Snopes this is when the Daily Mail said, the Snopes, which proves things, right? Founder is accused of fraud, lies, and putting prostitutes on his honeymoon expenses, and it hasn't told its reader those facts. Do you guys remember that? What day was that? That was August 31st, 2018, when Snopes started taking in a no-dive. So, a lot of times we can despair, or we can get bogged down, or we can say nothing's happening. Well, that happened. Snopes is still around. Other sites have kind of replaced it. Soros, I'm a little nervous to say that, but has come along and, you know, moved the money around and funded whatever. But anyway, posted that on August 31, 2018. Let's see. I really will look for some more music. If you kind of notice that there was a burst of high level of production energy and updates going into how the 3 shows are done, and you've kind of noticed that it's hit a stride, work has literally tripled. It was lower than it should have been. It's way higher than it should be for probably a while. So bear with me if you could. We'll stick to fortunately, a pseudo platform was built on the channel, right? At least that's my claim. Sticking to it. Did you know I set up the screen and tear it down every show for reasons? I gotta work around that. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how much should I play. So I'm definitely going on one of the Sunday shows, who knows when, play this whole song. So on September 10th, 2018, I was going down a long Kek the Egyptian god and Kek the World of Warcraft word and Kek the whole meme wars kind of thing. And do you remember those really good write-ups where, you know, the internet would crowdsource just certain doom onto like Britney Spears and the contests and all that stuff? What a beautiful, wonderful time that was. Things were heading in the right direction. That was before the election, during, and in the early administration. And all of that administration, we're going through it, right? We're at 2018 here. But let's play at least, I'll kind of guess how much people want to hear of this on the Wednesday show. This is a beautiful, beautiful song. If you haven't heard it, let me be the one. Let me put this link in the two chats I have also, so you two can go. If you don't have this link, this is I might play a lot of it. Let's see. Is it just me, or is the Pepe Frog see-through? I shouldn't do that.
Assoluto cosmico, regolare realtà, respiro di un'immagine, sincronia di civiltà, confusa progenie di cellule ribelli, volo verso l'universo, l'attraverserò, se sei stella fatti vedere, io mi fermerò, scegli lei, la mia libertà, scegli lei, oh no, scegli lei, oh sogno realtà.
Oh, this should we the Anka Vanka and I's duo song. Yes. Let me message Anka Vanka right now. Genius.
Nel cielo in fondo al mare io ti prenderò, scegli lei, la mia libertà, scegli lei, oh no, scegli lei, oh sogno realtà, scegli lei, oh no, vola nella mia vita, no non è finita, io ti fermerò, sciogli le mie vele, nel cielo in fondo al mare, io ti prenderò.
All right. Anka Vanka has been messaged. Tell her you demand that she and I duo Châtelet by Pepe.
Elettronico e loco di civiltà, confusa progenie di cellule ribelli, volo verso l'universo, l'attraverserò, se sei stella fatti vedere, io mi fermerò, scegli lei, la mia libertà, scegli lei.
Gotta learn the words.
Scegli lei, oh sogno realtà, scegli lei, oh no, scegli lei, la mia libertà, scegli lei, oh no, scegli lei,
I love that accent, how he says, oh, nah.
vola nella mia vita, no non è finita, io ti fermerò, sciogli le mie vele, nel cielo in fondo al mare, io ti prenderò.
I guess I'll play the whole thing. What an arrangement. Beautiful. I'm not the world's best DJ, but There you go. Start up the background music again. I just really enjoyed listening to that. Thanks for the indulgence. All right, back to the show. Ah, Pepe. Oh, this one will be pretty fun. I'm going to out myself here in a second on Facebook. I'm probably going to get banned on this one. Does it help the algorithms if you go, I hope I don't get banned? Hey, bots. Hey, Russian bots. I don't want to get banned for this one. All right, let's do it. Oh, it's right there. So on September 11th, 2018, I posted 17 years. Now, the goal here, because I used to have a lot of Facebook comments that would come back, and I tried to be respectful. And we know lots of people got crunched by that shenanigan that went down. I was watching it. I was across the river in New Jersey, right across pretty much where my train station was. I could see the smoke coming out of the buildings. I had been in the buildings, in my life, probably just once, up to the roof. They're real. They were really there. People worked in them. And I saw the smoke, building around them. And theoretically, I saw one standing. I only know that because of the time, which when you think about it, you don't ever see one standing because they built them both at the same time. So for about 9, 10, 20 minutes, whatever it was, you could see one standing. I don't recall resolving that with my eyeballs or my occipital lobe, but technically I was looking at the buildings, the tall buildings with smoke coming out during the time where only one was still standing. Couldn't tell. Could just kind of see that tall, thin rectangle shape. Because the angle I was at, they were kind of like this anyway. Isn't it funny how often they were always like this, almost from every angle? Did you ever see, forget the movie, but it was like a B-level horror detective movie, and they were across on the Brooklyn Bridge side, and there's all sorts of symbolism. It might have been Quetzalcoatl or the movie Q. All right, censors. There's a movie out there called Q, and someone did a thing on it, I think. Anyway, I'm not going to dwell on this, but okay, let me touch on, again, my two audiences, our two audiences. You are the underscore. Always remember that. You're in the nation with no denomination, by the way, on the channel G. Ross. Thoughts on 9/11? I mean, it's probably a wide spectrum. More of my Facebook friends will be travesty. Agreed. Some of my more foxhole friends would be like, worth a deep dive. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. You conspiracy theorist. Donald Rumsfeld, the day before the Pentagon was hit, said, we lost $1 or $2 trillion. We misplaced it. Sorry. All right. So then on September 15th, I posted in 2018 this. FEMA to test presidential alert system next week. Remember that? We were all like, oh. We were date setters back then, weren't we? I still am a little. Let me tell you something. 2/22/2022, that hit me big, hit me hard. I feel like the peeling away of the layers of the two timelines did in fact, and I predicted this. I said it to a few people. It's gonna, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm in one timeline now, or at least way less timelines than I was. And it was right around then. This is the grind. We're in the grind. That was more the change phase. And listen, I'm not saying precipitous change isn't coming. There's going to be hard lurks left and right, war fighting, all this stuff between deep state and humans. But there was something that was opened, running for a while in parallel for the whole C-19. It's over. Yeah. Anyway, we were date setters back then. I still am a little bit. I was listening to Red Pill Project, and let me just tell you what I picked up. I've been kind of catching up. there are some higher but not top influencers that are getting hit with clear glowies coming at them going, oh yeah, Trump's still our president, come join our thing. And the admonition from Red Pill Project, which is just spot on, is don't fall for that. If you're like, don't fall for that. You're getting set up. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? I love this show. I love this. Oh, let me just do an advertisement for, I don't know if I'll make this Sunday. I'm going to try for this Sunday to be, if you saw my 32 Bruces on Sunday a couple weeks ago, I'm going to try to do not something like that, but a little bit similar, where it's going to be the episode, I forgot the name of it, where William Shatner becomes Key Rock, and he's like the medical shaman guy, kind of a Jesus figure that comes out of the tomb. I'm going to do a Illuminati symbol scan. I'm halfway through. Hopefully I'll have time to finish that for this Sunday. If not, we've got fun links collected up. I say we. My kid helps me. Angular, the co-host on Friday. So there's a we component there. Anyway, let's go. Here's an executive order I posted on September 15th, 2018 from Pres 44. Seems interesting in some ways. You already know. Foxhole knows what I'm about to link. CFR 2010, Title 3, Volume 1, PDF. Let's take a look. Classified national security information. I forget which one this is. So, in short, there's a lot of old executive orders that basically go both ways, right? What were they trying to set up here? I'm not going to deep dive into it, but here I am on Facebook showing people, like, hey, here's what your people are doing. I don't remember if this is one of the ones where it's like, this is the 16-year plan to destroy the world, or if this is maybe one of the ones that like is going to backfire. I don't know. I don't remember. Somebody probably remembers. How are we doing on our chat? Mass trauma. Drinksman, hi. Mass trauma events affect many in differing ways. Human cost has value, as do shock, viciousness, response. Yes. You know, Brinksman, why did I say Brinksman? Drinksman. You ever feel like we are cows or sheep or whatever, and there's people just going bang, 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 and we're running whichever way they say. Bang, 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 running back, bang, bang, bang. Bulls heading off a cliff, or buffalo heading off a cliff, you know. It's like, what it switched to from, there was a great meme. Oh, it was, let me see if I can find it. Let's do a meme search. Oh, I saw the other day, there's something better than DuckDuckGo now. Brave, I know, but I think there's another. Anyway, Indiana Jones meme, COVID, Ukraine. See if I can find it. I hope I can. Images. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody used this thing. It was basically COVID was here and Ukraine was here. See if I can find it. You get the idea. Sorry, I didn't plan on showing that, but I mean, problem, reaction, solution. Oh, it's time for my altar call. And I say that kind of, maybe I'm being a little loose with it. I am a teaching elder, teach Christianity at a Bible church. But there's something similar to an altar call that I sometimes throw out here. If you hear me, what am I doing? Dog whistling or code languaging or jargoning, and you're like, this is what I was trying to do for 13 years on Facebook. I was trying to dog whistle, or not dog whistle, jargon, trying to hint, trying to catch. I don't think I did a very good job of it, honestly. But it's here. We're going through it. I'm going to put it in the can. I don't use Facebook anymore for like a year or 2 or 5. But while we're playing around with this, if anyone hears anything of interest, ask your weird conspiracy nut friend about the thing. Whatever it is that catches your attention, if you're seeing this show or a recording of this show or anything like it, ask. You don't have to believe everything that person tells you, but ask them. Nobody wants to believe that Kabbalistic controllers hang upside down like vampires and suck the blood out of young. Nobody wants to believe that. Nobody. I keep praying it's not true. As a matter of fact, sales pitch for Quantum of Conscious, Matt, he still has a YouTube channel, I think. I'll go to his, I subscribe to his other channels in case he gets banned. He's super good at what he calls the hobo language, so he doesn't get banned. I don't think he's a shill or a plant. He thinks that the truther community has to be used to help usher in some of these bad realities. So I sometimes take a prayerful approach of saying, I pray it's not true. I pray it's never happened. That it's all just a scam. But then when you like somebody said earlier, Always in Texas said, how do people not know? Anyway. All right, what's next? This is not really germane. Oh, you know what? We can make it germane. Everything is connected to everything. So I did some calculations real quick. This was on September 18th, 2018. I had probably just seen the Thanos going and creating the blip, the blurp, the whatever it's called. If Thanos snapped along with Little John's snap your fingers, I can't remember how that goes. 50 seconds in, Earth would be down to one person. Think about it. Did Thanos kind of look like Trump? I felt like Hollywood was trying to say Trump is evil, but they were also using it as predictive programming. Get used to the reset. Get used to global depopulation. Get used to the Georgia Guidestones coming true. You know, there was a lot going on in that movie series. All right, let me peek in on some of the lurkerage. Let's go back to our task at hand. Oi, man, self-producing is harder. I'm almost 54. Maybe I'm truly. I love to sales pitch Elle. She always says, "Grandma's trying to use the computer." I'm literally grandpa. I don't have grandkids. I have a child, but I'm old. I'm 54. That's grandpa age. All right. Next was, this could be interesting. My note says Killbox. Let's see what I posted. Let's click on it. Killbox. Okay. This was a terrible, lame attempt at me. All I'm doing here is timidly trying to record proof that I was in on the I was paying attention. I knew. That's kind of lame. Like, this one's lame. Now, I'm doing it again. Why, Greg? Why would you post... Oh, G stands for Greg. Why would you post Killbox? And why would you re-talk about it? I got two audiences. There's a lot of people who know exactly why I was talking about Killbox on... What day was it? September 19th, 2018. I think I remember this now. Not exactly this, but the vibe. I was hoping someone... Oh, by the way, Tron. How badass. I saw last week the Tron ride under construction. Can't wait to ride that ride. It's going to cost lots of money to ride that ride. Because when a ride first opens, you've got to wait 4 hours for it and probably not ride it. Or you got to pay the resort fee to get in. And even then, it gets dicey. Let me brag for a second. And this is horrible, horrible worldly stuff that's not important to anyone. But I rode Rise of the Resistance like 2 years ago. Almost to the week. A couple times. Woo. If you want to be hypnotized, they thought you would follow the stars. If you want to follow the stars, ride that ride. Can't wait to see this Tron. Where was I? I was in the belly of the beast. Yes, I saw Mickey. I saw Mickey last week. You know, okay, if any of my lurkers right now on Foxhole or anywhere know what I'm talking about, I ride the land a lot. It's a short line, but you go around and there's that house with the barking dog. Have you ever read the rabbit hole on that one? Not good. Not good. Anyway, Killbox. All right. Then on September 25th, 2018, I posted. Me. It's all about me. When I woke up this morning, I didn't think such an evil one would be speaking so wisely in a YouTube I saw. I don't remember what this is. Let's check. Hold on. I checked this. I don't think this was blocked the other day. This makes me want to go. All right. All right, fine. Now I've doxed. That was probably extremely unwise. All right, what day was that? September 25th, 2018. 25th. Let's at least read the comments so I can try. Oh, there's at least the... So Putin said, you see humanity can enter and most likely will enter in the near future, blah, blah, blah. I watched this the other day. And I don't... Okay, what all did he say? Anyway, look at him. He's protecting... more terrible... He's talking about AI or Sophia, probably. I don't remember. Anyway, sorry it's not there anymore. It really did exist. Anyway, let's go back to... Kind of want to check the lurkosity. Okay, we're holding strong. I don't know what it means if we're not holding strong, but we are holding strong. What does strong mean? It's a relative word. All right, let's go. Oh, yeah, more terrible. Yeah. All right, then on... Let me do a brief diatribe on JFK. October 11th, 2018, I posted, I get more enamored of JFK the longer I live. This clearly because I'm reading 8kun and 8chan and 4chan and you know who. Do you remember the one where they were praying and they actually prayed to a deceased friend? I don't think that's the right theology. I got a little off track by that, maybe a little irked. But do you remember that one? That was in one of the posts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask. Private message me. Ask me now. Let me check and see if OBS says we got any chats. No. Got 3 channels, 0 people watching on any of them. It is late. It's kind of late for my YouTube friends. But anyway, I grew up thinking JFK was a Democrat, therefore a liberal, therefore evil and bad. It was his, who was it, Johnson, ushered in the Great New Deal or the Grand New Deal or whatever it was called. Kennedy was, it was like a fence line walker, day walker, the dude Marilyn Monroe. Am I right? I mean, who knows? But, I don't know, back pain pills and all that. But soon, and I won't give it away completely, there's going to be, it's coming way later, so it'll be probably towards the end of the month, maybe a little earlier. There's a picture of me doing something semi-kind of JFK Jr. related. I won't oversell it because it's not that great, but... Then on October 12th, I said fun and linked to this. What is this? Oh, the still unsolved mystery of the Eugene signal. I'll put this in the chat. I'll put this in both chats. You're welcome. If I remember right, the husband and wife team, I want to say, that did this, the more I dug, the more I'm like, they may be a little... But rabbit hole for you. I won't go into it right now. Oh, Black Satellite. Seen that one? Look into Black Satellite. That thing is woo, crazy. By the way, speaking of Eugene Signal and Black Satellite, I drive from here down to like Austin. You pass through Waco. At one point, you see a big old Tesla tower. I showed it in last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago, I think. October 15th, I said, this is not actually about, was it what it says, at least not by word count. Let me see what this was. Kanye West on Donald Trump. So this is just me trying to sneak in. So it talks about his passion for music. There's very little Donald Trump in here. But I posted it because I wanted people to see Kanye trying to show people, take another look. I've heard that he's backtracked a bit lately. I don't know if that's true. I haven't dug into it. My man, watched him a lot through some of that. We all did, right? Thoughtful, I said on October 17th about this. Human 2.0 is almost here. Transhumanism. Okay, so I've been talking about transhumanism since forever. I think in one of the early episodes we've already seen it 10, 13 years ago. But here's another one. October 14th, 2018, or I mentioned it on October 17th, 2018. I forget this. I haven't watched Bannon in a while, but he's got Joe Allen, who does a weekly segment on transhumanism saying, look out. And it's 4 years later, and it's like they're just pushing, right? Destroy all humans. All right. Then I said on October, later that day, Vashiva, a Senate candidate. What was this? I forgot why I was turned on. Okay. Who remembers Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666? He was never really a Q-tard. I call myself a Q-tard. He was if I remember right, he was kind of like, But I went through a long bit of absorbing some Sticks, Hex, and Hammer 666. So this was like a local independent candidate or something like that. Like me some Sticks, right? And then, let's see. Oh, here, this one's going to be creepy. October 18th, 2018, I linked CRISPR gene editing can cause hundreds of unintended mutations. You don't say. Huh. Thanks for alerting us, Science Daily. They have to tell you, right? So they told you on May 29th, 2017. They told you. And yet, we still let them do it. I don't know the solution. I know we're working on the solution. I know we are the news now. So, let's do what we can. Trust yourselves. What does that mean? Good summary of the simulation inside a simulation concept. I would say no. But I would say we are an information processor built by God. And this video has good summaries. October 18th, 2018. The link is to... doesn't exist anymore. But let me do a quick sales pitch on this. It's not an infinite strings of simulations and at the bottom is the real turtle. That's not... I don't buy that. My sales pitch is this. We live in an information processor. That's reality. That's what it is. We're a huge part of the processing. We absorb with our senses and perceive. If we perceive correctly, we're following the design. And we iteratively improve our perception, especially if we follow the creator. Prank. I'm getting a little uppity, aren't I? Sorry, getting an attitude. Don't know why. Let me peek around the bend, see what's what. Right on. Just checking the dashboards, seeing how things are going, looking at levels, going back. hit me. Hit me if you want to. Topics are more for Sunday or for Friday, but they're really for any day. Hit me. Hit me anytime. You do. I'm not saying you're not. All right. I love doing this. Didn't know until recently. All right. Next, on October 19th, 2018, this was posted. Why has Twitter banned 1,500 accounts? And what are NPCs? This was, I think this was a pretty early wave of a purge. I don't remember which one this was. This one was, October 2018. That's one of the early noticeable ones, I'm going to say, if I remember right. October 19, 2018. I said, after posting this, we can't ignore this any longer. Look at this beautiful warning from Snopes. Oh, I'm sorry. Encyclopedia Britannica. This is what you need to believe. 2018, 2019, events, world news, chemtrails, weather, climate control, HARP. Look, there's two people in my audience. There's the ones that are like, yep, right there with you. And then there's the other ones that are like, oh, you conspiracy theorist. Those are more on my Facebook side. Listen, they tell you that they're using chemtrails in their government documents. They use them. They say it. It's open. It's not an open secret. It's broadcast open. They use chemtrails. So at the time I said, surely, I didn't mean this. This person's a crackpot. But what's fascinating is the depth of the story and how long they can talk coherently. This is a bad job at me trying to subtly suck people in, saying, don't worry, but go look at it for, I was trying to create like a Streisand effect, if that makes any kind of sense. Anyway, you conspiracy theorist. I'm going to put a comment in a link. It is a study to help understand what may or may not be a LARP. I don't know why. I'm clearly talking about LARP. And then, let's see, I've got this link here. So, I put this. So this was maybe the bolder move. It's not found anymore. But I put a BitChute. Oh, do you remember this? The story. I think this was like, what if I told you? And he was like, ever notice that you can't quite make ends meet? You can't blah, blah, blah. So, I'm not going to out my friends here. They had some good thoughtful. I concluded with, Twitter is actually not the defined com. So he said, I don't have Twitter, so I can't follow. I'm like, nope, dig deeper. Anyway, so this is the closest. I didn't want to put it right up in here. I'm still not banned off Facebook. I will be soon, right? All right, anyway. Then I went on October 22 and posted, if you saw Yee wearing a MAGA hat, curious of Russell Brand's current take? So Russell Brand jumped out, and I think he was pretty cool on it. I don't remember. Is he right? Do we need radical change? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. He's a limited hangout, semi-shill, plan. Why? Be careful who you follow. He's hanging on, though, and he's always slightly, he's like a 0.05 of Glenn Beck, like just a tiny fraction of Glenn Beck. And Glenn Beck is like a fourth of where we need to be. Glenn Beck is great. He starts you, right? He gets you started. Anyway. Alex Jones was right. I don't have the chops. Alex Jones was right. Apparently, Robert Bowers thinks QAnon is shill. I don't remember who Robert Bowers is. Robert Bowers. I should remember this, but Oh, he's a Bruce. You know how cool Bruces are. Is it who Robert Bauer? Let's see if there's a. All right, let's take a chance. There is no such thing as QAnon, by the way. Oh, he was the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting suspect. Okay. Huh. I don't remember exactly what I was going for there. Oh, check it out. Oh, I'm going to pause the music here. This was my dress rehearsal for Halloween. Let me go full screen. Can you hear it? Why is it?
Twitter should ban more people.
Let me do it again.
Twitter should ban more people.
So I created about 20 or 25 like NPC sayings, and I just kept playing them. And I stayed in character for like 4 hours Halloween. It was beautiful. It was so fun. Let's see how that looked on the restream. Yeah, comes across. Cool. All right. Back to the... Oh, we have Q amount of lurkers. I normally don't say how many lurkers we have, but I just looked, and it's the best number there ever was. My favorite number is 1010. My second favorite number is 17. I didn't supplant my favorite number. Twitter should ban more people. All right. Back to the task at hand. The task at hand. Oh, I'll get a little bit more here, maybe we could say. See what you think. Happy birthday. WWG1 WGA. Most people hearing this will know what that stands for. If you don't know what this stands for, please ask me. I'll say it. Where we go one, we go all. Who can argue with that? Who can object to that? A collectivist, a liberal, a leftist, which I half am, would love that. Collective salvation. I'm against collective salvation as a theological concept, but also there's a body of Christ. That's a collective. So I'm not 100% against the idea of a collective. So, going crazy. We're all going a little crazy. This town needs an enema. Remember that one? All right. I already did that one. I think I mildly concussed myself the other day. I mentioned it earlier. It was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu issue. Made me feel a little happier. I don't mind saying. Sneak peek. Borderless. Before you see it, who is this? I know who it is. I cheated. Come on, Monday.com. And I've got mixed feelings about this person. You probably will agree. Skip ad. All right.
So we've been on the road for about 6 weeks.
You remember?
Now,
You remember this
all over
lady?
Europe and outside.
Lauren Southern, I want to say.
We started our journey here in
Lauren
Lesbos,
Southern.
Greece, where you have.
It seemed really good at first, but it's a little like, I don't know. I'll leave it at that, but I was trying. I wouldn't link Lauren Southern these days. I've already said new Q on Facebook a few times, but I said it again. November 2, 2018. New Q Day is always fun. Not necessarily fun because you're learning more about the vampires, but you have purpose. I posted this straight up November 16th. Patriots have no skin color. Q. All right. True statement, by the way. Well, they have a skin color. Like, I have a skin color. They just don't have a fixed skin color. Like, it could be any color, I guess. Like, if you didn't have a skin color, you'd be translucent. The players are announced. The orchestra is tuned. The lights dim. Curtain up. I don't know what that was. I forget. Let's see. Pelosi. If Democrats will impeach Trump. This is when I was trying to stay excited for the impeachment process. I think it went pretty well, right? All right, then November 9th, 2018. Let's see what I said. Boink. Nothing to see here. The Truth Stream Media is not a limited hangout. Let's see. is this about? I forget. Truthstream Media. Oh, they show the Tesla Tower by my house. That's like 2 hours drive from my house. See it? See it? See it? Cloaked, if you're seeing this one goes out to you. Anyway, I won't show a boatload of it, but that's the one. I can drive by that 2 hour drive. I can go to that anytime I want. Anytime I want. Little road trip. All right, then. Want to see the secret playbook of the current administration? Maybe it's this. You can't go to vote. Okay, there's two people in my audience. Most of my audience. Our audience. You are the underscore. You know exactly why I'm saying this. It's not exactly the secret playbook of the current administration, but it felt like it was going to be. We all realized, disinformation is necessary. Everyone's reading this. As our Dr. D would point out, you got to know the enemy is super smart, and they read every post and decoded and deciphered who knows what, right? It's 5-dimensional chess. But still, I like this post. I like that I said that. I went over to vote because Reddit got banned. All the good stuff on Reddit. Vote. On November 11th, 2018, I said, I'm pretty sure I'd throw as good as Dak. Man, that quarterback, why do we steal it? I mean, it's not him. It's the owner. It's Jerry Jones. Football, sports ball, I don't watch it anymore. I watched the second half of the Super Bowl in the background a little. Do you remember my guy, Sticks? How's he doing these days? Does anybody watch him? The FDA wants to ban menthol cigarettes. A couple F-bombs. I have to always tell that on my Facebook because I have a lot of F-bomb unfriendly ears. Good libertarian essay applied to menthol cigarettes. Basically, a states' right treatise. I pose this for thought, not necessarily advocation on all points. I like me some Sticks, at least my memory of Sticks. I haven't watched a lot in a while. Van Jones, you know what this is. Look at this. You probably can guess. 200,000 people behind bars. Both parties can take some credit for it. And here is Le Mans, and I'm not going to play it, but they went pro-Trump for a microsecond. They had to. They didn't go pro-Trump, but deep in here, they gave him his 2 seconds. They had to. Look at him. But you know what? Talk about 5D chess. Trump did a good thing. Got Van Jones to recognize it. Boom. There you go. Oh, sorry, I got real pro-Trump there. Does that freak you out, some of my Facebook friends? Do you like that First Start Act? Let me read it. Van Jones says, there are 200,000 people behind bars. They have no hope, no help. We haven't passed a bill to help them in almost 2 generations. This is something both parties can take credit for. I hope we will give this thing a chance to pass. If I remember right, it passed. So if Orange Man is bad, cool. I'm down with that. Orange Man bad. It's fine. It's fine. I can drink that. He's not bad, but I can drink it. This is good, right? Sales pitch, Work with me, people. Work with me. I got 2 audiences. We're divided. There are not 2 Americas. Who said that? Was that Gore? I forget. There's clearly 2 Americas. The above ground, the below ground. If you don't know, you need to wake up. What am I talking about? What is this guy going on about? November 16th, I posted this. I guess it's gone. Why did I? Roger Staubach receives Medal of Freedom. Oh, this was just Trump giving. I like Staubach. I just had to repost that. Talk about it here. Getting close to an hour. I'll try to rein it in. I'm having way too much fun. I shouldn't dox too much of this, but I have to show a slide to a massive customer in front of my boss and our CEO tomorrow. So I need some sleep. Slide is written, but they say seeing is believing. But remember, naming the animals is a very high post, meaning job. The lion is well displaying lionhood. Seeing is confirming. So be careful where you set your gaze. How do you set your gaze? How do you see truly? Believing is seeing. I'm still preaching this. Adam wasn't given too many jobs. Tend the garden. Well, how do you do that? Name the animals. That doesn't take that long. Keep naming the animals. That giraffe's neck is a little longer than most, but it's still a giraffe or whatever. You know, think about it. We do set theory better than computers. I'm just saying. We can live with Kurt Gödel's incompleteness theorem. A computer will melt when it tries to prove Kurt Gödel's incompleteness, if you did it recursively, let's say. And it didn't have a safety check on dividing by zero and whatever else. So the White House, this is a petition. Okay, it's no longer there. But there was once a petition to give Alex Jones the press credentials and sit him next to Jim Acosta. That's funny. That was there, I think. I think I remember seeing that. Let me check the chat. Oh, got to read some chat. Sorry, guys, I got a little behind on the chat. What is G underscore? G Ross. Greg. And you are the underscore. Took a pic of the flash. She disappeared. DC Panic. That was from the skin tone thing. You live by the Guidestones? How big are they? I mean, I can look it up, but our doc would say much more and not stop. Yeah. One America and those that would pervert it. Amen, Two Rivers. Dawn S. It's so hard for me to swear. F off, Susan. DC Panic. Props for still using the F. Book. Zuckerberg, no liking me. Oh, DC Panic. I haven't posted anything on Facebook as a feed in so long. If you happen to catch the final episode of season 1, which will be in a few weeks, I'm guessing, you'll see it was, I mean, there's no Facebook posts of meaning from me for like 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know. Two Rivers, US and USA. Is one the corporation? And if anyone on Facebook or DLive or YouTube or Foxhole for that matter is listening and they don't know what I mean when I say, oh, US, which one is the corporation? Ask a friend. And I mean this all seriously. If you don't know Jesus, ask someone who knows Jesus about Jesus. If you don't know this Q stuff, ask someone and listen. Listen to what they say. Anyway, I don't know. Preaching to the choir. I feel like taking a sip. More like a gulp. All right. November 21 was one of the great days. New Q. Oh, this one's kind of fun. Facebook was out for 13 hours? Do you guys remember that? We're up on the lurkerage. All right, let's go back to our job. Then on November 26, 2018, going back to what DC Panic 17. Back then, I was trying to slowly bring attention to underground news, let's say. I don't use it anymore, but I'm going over it because I wanted to make a difference there, and I don't think I really did, but you never know. And I failed, or at least mostly failed. And I wanted to kind of archive it offline or put it in another medium or just do something. And I have found it really interesting because the news, I mean, 100 years ago was the Spanish flu. 13 years ago was H1N1, mandatory vaccines for healthcare workers, arguments about it, right? They don't have too many different plays in their playbook. Right, Two Rivers, you remember that, but it was not logged on that day. You rarely went there. Yep. All right. My point in highlighting it back then was to get people to think about it. Like, why would Facebook be down for 13 hours? A lot of us were speculating that things were being cleaned up. Maybe they were taking it down, you know, the black hats to hide stuff, or the white hats were raiding, or who knows what, right? We were speculating. I think we were. I don't remember. So then on November 26th, I said about this decolonizing Mars. Are we thinking about space exploration all wrong? This one was, let's see if I said, embedded federal employee against the department's stated purpose. These were people saying, we shouldn't do what we're paid to do. You know, you're paid to try to colonize Mars. Let's spend some money trying to not do that. You still have access to it. It's fun to look back at the beginning. Amen, DC Panic. Thank you for saying that. You never got the H1N1, opted out. Yep. Do not comply. That's my guidance. Do not comply. You saw me wearing a mask at the airport. I complied. I'll confess. I complied. I have worn masks. The murder hornets. You go from murder hornets to pandemics to Ukraine. That's the history of this century. Murder hornets. Come get them. When are the aliens invading, guys? The space aliens. When? Come on. They've been waiting behind the curtain. You've seen the meme, right? They're getting all nervous. They're like, oh, we're any minute, we're going to get our chance at the talent show. They're still waiting. Man, poor space aliens. They actually live in deep underground military bases. I'm not saying they don't. Of course they do, but they want to be seen. Actually, if you know much about the Vril, they want to pandemics. Two Rivers. I'm kind of censoring myself a little because I don't know. I'm broadcasting to Facebook, DLive, YouTube, and Foxhole, and trying to keep a recording on all of them. DLive expires after a while, but so trying to middle of the road. But you're right. Next, the aliens are next. Are we? Did anyone see Red Pill Project talking about Israel will be last? And they were pointing out some. Don't want to be a date setter, but man, that was pretty good. That was last night. Oh, shout out to Red Pill Project. All right, let me go back to the task at hand. My judgment is saying I can stay up late. My judgment is wrong. I'm partially concussed. Aggressive coyote attacks jogger child in Frisco. This is me telling anyone who doesn't live in, I'm doxing myself a little bit here, this area. This thing was out and it was attacking young joggers. I don't think anyone got killed, but there was a coyote that was pretty aggressive and menacing the neighborhoods for a while, and it had a pretty wide radius of where it was menacing. It's kind of a little doxy thing. This is acorn soup, by the way. We've done it every year, so 5 years in a row. My kid invented it. There's my old associate pastor, worship minister, my dad, and my kiddo. All right, so on November 30th, I asked, Slow News Day? Pence posts photo with a law enforcement officer wearing a patch associated with QAnon. Nothing to see here. That's just a coincidence. There's no QAnon. Well, first of all, there is no such thing as QAnon. There's Q and the Anons. I don't exactly know what that mantra means, but I'm all for it. That's like 3 Hail Marys. I don't fully, if anyone wants to try to explain that one to me, I buy into it. I trust it, but it's like, I used to call it QAnon. Yeah, DC Panic, love RP Project documentaries. Two Rivers, I think when Psycho Saki got blocked by Putin was a signal she was involved in immoral Bush acts in Ukraine and Russia. Who here knows, and I already know, raise your hand. All my Foxhole friends will raise their hand. You don't even have to raise your hand. That it's a cleanup operation going on. I don't want to jump into it that hard. Just remember the movie Wag the Dog and ask yourself, how do you know what you know? That's what Sunday Night Show is all about. How do you know what you know? Epistemology. There. Find footage of war in Ukraine and show it to me. And before you show it to me, make sure it's not from a war 15 years ago, from Lebanon, or from a video game, or whatever. I'm getting that was a little bold for a Facebook audience, but please just trust me. Just double check. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to anyone. triangulate, cross-verify, try to build the picture. You have to look at a lot of data. It takes a lot of work. It really does. But you're a human being. You have to do it. Drinksman. If the Russians were right about the fleas and lice, the migratory pathways would have been hell on earth. DC Panic 17, mopping it up. Correct. Agreed. Guys, I was out of the news cycle for a week, for 9 days. I have no idea. I'm running to catch up. My life is massively changing balance in the last couple weeks. I went through a huge tweak on work-life play balance, conspiracy theorist balance. I don't know how long it'll last, but right now my job is tearing up my time, and I was very resentful of it, and I'm trying to move out of that. Let me scan some readouts here. Check out High Impact Flick's latest live video from Ukraine. DC, you were sending me, was that somebody was sending me some High Impact? Let's see if that was you. Somebody else was sending me some High Impact video. Yeah, they're going there. I'm kind of getting to know. And you just sent me, okay. Yeah, I got a reply from Anka Vanka. I'm not going to tell you what she said. It's about Shah delay. Let me answer her. Sorry, I shouldn't do this on air. All right, that's going to be so fun. And I won't look at the Drinksman. Thanks for the DM. I got to keep dead air. I'll look at that later. Anyway, where was I? I'm distracting myself. Live camera views. Oh, nice. Thank you, Two Rivers. Let me put that in the YouTube chat. Let me do that right now. I'm copying and I'm pasting your exact post. There we go. Cool. That's genius. Thank you. Oh, Two Rivers. Yeah, probably it was you. Yeah. Yep. Awesome. All right. I'm distracting myself, aren't I? Slow news day. We already did that one, right? And then let me go to... I say, phew. Oh, this is kind of sad. I have to go through this. I'm serious. This is sad. I think I hit the mat. So somebody did kind of a suplex on me, and I landed this way, boom, on a 2-inch mat, 3-inch mat, 4-inch mat. Kind of a soft landing, but I saw some lights. And when you hit in the back of the head and you see lights, that's not scary. But when you hit here and you see lights, it's like you got whacked. And it's hard for me to frown ever since that. Anyway, let me try to be solemn because this is bad. Authorities determined 16 years ago that she died after losing consciousness from an abnormal heart rhythm and collapsed, striking her head. She was discovered in Scarborough's office in Fort Walton Beach, lying on her back with her head near a desk, according to a 2001 police report. Just so you know. That pisses me off. I can frown. Sorry we had to share that. How can you not know, right? Two Rivers asked that earlier. How can you not know? Like, I challenge you. Now I'm getting angry. I challenge anyone who just heard me read that. Dig. It doesn't even take much. See, here's how digging works. Sit down quietly. Open your mind, but not to anything. Just relax. Be receptive to consider a sales pitch. Think about that paragraph I just read and just think about it. Don't sit there and go, no, I know why that's not true. The authorities said, it's even in your own paragraph. It's right there. Think about it. And just, if you don't catch it then, that's fine. But next time you come across something, the Bible talks about our heart being seared. And I don't want to mix the Great Awakening and say that it's a one-to-one map of my personal religion. But there's so many similarities. You can sear your heart to the Lord. You can make it to where you will never see truth. I think there's such a similar note about, listen, open your ears. I'm not saying it's easy. I don't know how it happened to me. 9/11 did it to me. I bought into it. Okay, brief thing on 9/11. I said to myself, man, how did a second plane hit? Like, you'd be scrambling jets. I wouldn't be surprised if there was not surface air missiles built in the roof of the World Tower. I just thought, like, that's just weird. But then I was like, I guess not. I guess we weren't as prepared as we thought. And then they found Muhammad Atta in 20 minutes or 4 hours or whatever. They're like, this is the guy. This is the number 1 of the 19. We got the whole list. We'll have it by tomorrow. We got 17 of them, 18 of them. We're going to have 19 tomorrow. And they're like, here's a picture of them going through the airport, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, man, they figured that out fast. Well, I guess they're that good. I'm glad they're that good. Like, I did not want to see what was right in front of me. But it woke me up. It put me to sleep and it woke me up because it started eating at me. And I am not a massive 9/11 truther. That's not my campaign. That's not my thing. That's not my bag, baby. But I think it's what woke me up. My bag is actually flat earth, just to let you know, and Q. Sorry, there's not a lot of Q and flat earth, but there's some. Anyway, so let me just, I'm getting way too open here. Let me read some chats. YouTube is live broadcasting those. Nice. The truth, the high impact. Kind of like how Saget reached his demise. Yeah, I mean, Saget had the smell all over it right as it hit. Well, first of all, it's Saget. You're like, yeah, you knew that was coming. Right? Bouncing his head off the carpet and into the bedboard. Oh, yeah. He had an organ failure or whatever. I don't remember what it was. It's like, come on. Yeah, he was 65. Didn't he just do that? The day before, he was like, everything's great. Ponk. Oh, man. To me, this award-winning scientist is sounding believable. Neil deGrasse Tyson denies sexual misconduct allegations. I think I was serious here. I think I was trying to say, don't Me Too this guy. I take it back. I just take it back right now. A usually right clock can sometimes get off. I don't know. I'm not calling myself a good clock. I'm just saying. Science alert. Mysterious seismic wave rumbled the earth and scientists can't explain it. That happened on December 6th, or I posted it, December 6th, 2018. Picture doesn't have that. But it happened on November 29, 2018, or at least the article was. Oh, look, here's some anomalies. We have no idea. Oh, nothing to see here, people. They have to tell you. Well, Greg, what are you saying happened? I don't know, but I know they have to tell you. And as Bannon likes to say, there's no conspiracies, but there's also no coincidences. It's a genius. Seriously, I was so angry at Bannon at first, and now I've kind of dropped him just because life is busy. But at first I was like, there are conspiracies, Bannon. Don't say that. He's a genius. He's a language controller. Come on, that's mad genius right there. I don't know. You feel it? You feel it? Anyway. December 7th, 2018, I said, it's like reading things that are very red, R-E-A-D-ish. Let's see what I meant. We need to invent technology. It's never even been invented yet. That was on 2018, late 2018. I forgot completely that. I don't even remember paying attention to that freak show back then. Occasional Cortex. Oh, how dare you? I'm turning into Owen Benjamin. How dare you? How dare you? 28th Junior. Now you know who I'm talking about. who knows? Everyone on Foxhole knows exactly who I'm talking about. I don't know why I said 28th. What am I forgetting? I think I bounced my head on the mat. I'm not going to look it up, but anyway, I was putting some kind of code out there or whatever. Yeah, no live YouTube viewers, but that's explainable. We're looking at, good lurkerage. Hard to leave. I've been going for almost an hour and a half. I've sometimes got, if they don't tell you, Shepherding Shepherd says, if they don't tell you what happened, it did right. Let me tell you all a story. Yesterday, a person that really has deep biblical knowledge technically follows a charismatic cult leader, in my opinion, but 99.99% simpatico with me. We go deep, right? He's super good at Bible references, and we get theological, and we go into esoteric and metaphysics and all this. He was talking about Ukraine, and I said, listen, I gave him the sales pitch, and he didn't reject me. I was like, just look closely at how you know what you know, right? You know from cognitive science studies that we build a picture of the earth in our brain, or of the reality around us. Smallpox. Is that what's coming? So I was watching Red Pill Project, and I didn't catch the whole thing. Is smallpox going to come at us to blow out the November election? Man, I think I might have had a smallpox vaccine. They'll do a variant or something. So get your quinine, get your lemon peels, your grapefruit peels, get your vitamin D, I'm so busy at work, but I got to probably pay attention. We got, 6 months to prepare? The preparing has been to prepare us for how to prepare. If you're hearing this and you're going, you're just an alarmist, you're a conspiracy, seriously, look back over the last 2 years, look back over the last 6 years, look back over the last 20 years. I know I'm preaching to the choir. 99% of everyone who hears this is going to be the choir, but there's one of you needs to hear this. I hope. Anyway, let's do a little bit more. Junior, I'm talking about JFK Jr. clearly there. I don't remember what the 28th was. What's the 28th on JFK Jr.? I can't remember. This one's fun. I'm like doing terrible kindergarten level code. When will they ask Trump the question? Yeah, Two Rivers modified. Yeah, so it'll sneak past the supposed vaccine I got. You know what? The last thing they sent at us? All right, let me tell you the story. Early on, I caught it. It made my back feel strange for a couple days in a weird way. And I lost my sense of smell for 2 weeks. I'm back. Not everybody can make it back. I'm not trying to say. But most of us, the alarming vast majority of us, made it back. And then I caught what was the name of the Omicron. Pitcher plant, Sarracenia purpurea, Sarracenia purpurea. You heard it from Two Rivers. Pitcher plant. Oh, I've been hearing that lately. Yeah. Pitcher plant. Genius. So this is the second time on Facebook going through this at this point in time, late 2018, where I mentioned asking Trump the question. I forget, I had mentioned it a little bit before. They eventually do ask Trump the question, and we talked about it 2 weeks ago. He handles it geniusly, just geniusly. Not the way I would have wanted. I would have wanted him to say, yes, Hillary is a vampire. Doing God's work, man. We were called for this time. Glad I caught the show. DC Panic. Love hearing those notes of encouragement. I went through it dark last week. I just did. It was bad. But hey, it's over. It was like, I hope they don't take my day job away. I was getting so selfish, guys. I can't even tell you. Guys and gals and non-binaries for my Facebook friends. Or any of my friends. You don't have to be binary. You might be binary, but you don't have to be binary. Yeah, you do have to be binary. Challenge me. If any of my really, really good really good friends in California, and I'm in a safe environment, so I'm going to act impulsively and dangerously. Challenge me. I have a question that I could ask you. I'll ask you the question. If I take an epithelial cell and I put it in a Western blot, and I spin the gel, and I make Two Rivers Law. Thank you. If I make the gene sequencing, I look at the chromosomes. You're Monterey. I look at the chromosomes. You as a human, if you're a living, breathing, functioning human, you can have all kinds of things. You can have OX, XO, YO, I think, XXY, YYX. There's all kinds of combos. But one can say that if I took an epithelial cell and spun it out from a living, breathing human, I'm either gonna find the next chromosome or not. I'm gonna find the next chromosome. That's the law of the excluded middle. That is not a false dichotomy. You're either gonna have an X chromosome or you're not gonna have an X chromosome. Challenge me on that. Come at me. I will change my mind. I will open-mindedly listen. Even in my own statement there, I listed several nameable kinda genders. I'm not norming to gender binaryism, but I am saying I didn't plan on going here anytime this soon. But you know what? I knew I would. I knew that I'm putting myself out there. The one person on Facebook is going to hear me and go, I'm defriending you, Greg. Don't. Just talk. We used to talk. I was born in 68 and grew up in rural East Texas. We used to talk through our differences instead of screech. I like this post of mine. I said on December 14th, 2018, I don't exactly know when. I also posted this image for this post. I love this image. What the heck? Sorry. Gender versus sex. Thank you, Two Rivers. I wish I could have said it as well as you did. Look at this beautiful picture. This is from Pirates of the Caribbean, the second or third one. I forget which one. So keep that picture in mind, if you don't mind, while I read this. Or actually, I'll read it. We'll do that. We'll do spoken word. I don't exactly know when, but soon, maybe very soon, your world will feel upside down. Remember me or someone like me when it happens. Maybe I or we can help. I like that post. I'm not proud of it. I like it. I would want someone else to post it and I'd want to read it. That was December 14th, 2018. Let me move on. Just saw my first Q bumper sticker in person. Couldn't safely get a picture. It was during traffic. Let me ask you a question. There's two yous. There's the yous who enjoy me asking this question of the fictional stranger who's listening. Someone I know, but nobody else does. If I'm telling you I saw a Q bumper sticker, are you angry at me? Like, how dare you talk about Q? I just think about that. I think there's someone out there that would, if they are listening, they would go, you Q freak. I'm not. I just said I saw a Q bumper sticker. Anyway, I won't belabor it. You get my point. I think. Maybe there is no point. Maybe I'm a rambling buffoon. All right. We are all rambling buffoons. What is this? I don't even remember. December 15th. 2018. That's not that great, but I posted it. Then pretty sure the video are not fake and are on their way. Brace yourselves. There's me being a date setter. Frazzle Ipdre. I thought we would see him soon. I'm sure you can find him. I don't have the technical know-how how to find him without being on an investigated list then. I don't want to see him. I probably won't ever watch them. I don't see how I could. I heard some audio. I read the description. I saw some stills. But as Linda Paris Deplorable McAllister says on her huge tube, UGE, Utah Gun Exchange tube channel. She says some of us need to watch it because we owe it to the children to watch it. We need to say we fell down on the job. We let this happen. It's gonna suck. It did suck. Anyway. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to know this one. You need to know. I was being a little date setty, but it's still true. The choice to know will be yours. You use your dash camera. What was that about? I don't remember. Two Rivers, sorry. DC Panic, full disclosure coming. I guess that's what FD means. I'm with you. Now, let's talk about VPN with Tor comes in handy. Yep. Two Rivers. I do VPNs. I've done Tor. I don't usually do that, but it's a lot of work. I've got a day job. I'm trying to hustle for the man. Blah, blah, blah. Can't wait to post about it on TS is TS. That's the one. Truth Stream. Yeah, nice. Oh, Truth Social. Sorry, Truth Social. What happened during? Let me go. Thanks for reminding me. I don't have a reliable Apple device. Let me see if Android can get in yet. Still no Android, so I'm still stuck out in the cold. Not that I'm anti-Mac, I just don't have. Yeah. True Social might be bringing back some of that Reddit. I jumped in on Reddit. I never liked Reddit, and then there was the Donald Trump and the Q section. I was all over that. I got serial brained one time. It's my claim to fame. All right. Then on December 19th, I said, why delay the Flynn sentence again? Why? I'm sure that didn't wake anybody up, but I was hoping. Then I said, sounds like we may stop meddling in Syria. December 19th, 2018. I love the Syrian people. Visited there for 2.5 weeks in 2002. Beautiful, wonderful, beautiful. Loved it. It was so good. I showed pictures from it. No, I didn't show Syria. Yeah, I did. I showed Raouf, guy I met. He was born in a tent. Bedouin. Genuine Bedouin. At least that's the story he told, and I believe him. Yeah. HRC. That's what Azeldre Ipfrey. And we all figured out. Do you remember when you kind of figured out what the right way of pronouncing Azeldre Ipfrey is? It's not even. I won't say. I'm on Facebook and YouTube with this right now, so I'm not going to say anything short of Azeldre Ipfrey or Frazzled Ipdre. But remember when you realized to move the space and you're like, oh, yep, that's what that is. Not good. Not good. Evil, actually, to put it more fine point on it. Oh, FD. Right. Yes. Full FD is FD. Full disclosure would be that available, right? And then the choice to know would be yours. I think I can know without seeing. Do you remember when, on December 20th, 2018, deliberate drone flights shut down London Gatwick Airport, stranding thousands of travelers? So I posted this quote from inside, this pull quote. And I'm like, drones. Second day in a row. Closed. Come on. I don't buy that. That's a cover story. I mean, I'm sure drones were around. By the way, a few days ago, Saturday night, I was coming back from Florida. Two Rivers says, I just talked to a Syrian lady yesterday. She said at 18 her town was said by MSN under attack. She said it was peaceful there. She's 40 now. Agreed. You know what's funny is like a 13, 14-year-old said to me in Syria, bin Laden didn't do it. And I looked at him and I said, I don't know who did it, but it was sad. He put me on the spot, and that was the best answer I could come up with. It's better than telling him, yeah, he did, Anyway, I was stuck in MCO Airport, Orlando. There was 7 of us flying. 7 p.m. flight, delayed 30 minutes, delayed 30 minutes, delayed 30 minutes, delayed 30 minutes, delayed 30 minutes. Left 6 hours late, got home 5 in the morning. It happens, right? Let me do a few more. Kind of the wisdom of pausing soon. Who saw that hemp is now approved? Boom, beep. December 24th, 2018. Some of you gonna like this one. Do a better job. Oh, it's right there. December 24th, 2018. Gitmo TV? Question mark? I can't wait. Gitmo TV. Didn't see any prior canon, so we lifted this just up. Oh, this isn't that good, honestly, but we sang this the other day. 12 Iron Man suits, Mr. 11, 10 clearance levels, 9 cosmic realms, 8 legs of Hydra, 7 nation armies, 6 infinity stones, 5 Phoenix warriors, 4 Fantastics, 3 Sanctum portals, 2 twin with powers, and a gauntlet forged in Nidavellir. Run with it. If I was pitchy, sorry. I usually plug up one ear hiddenly. I might have been pitchy. That was impromptu. Didn't plan on doing that. All right. Then on December 26th. Now, you won't know this, except for you'll know this. I was for sure, definitely thinking we were getting there. I forget. All the date setting was hardcore, I think. I was like, it's coming. It's coming. This was what? 4 years ago? No, 3 and a quarter years ago. Let's listen to it. Let's go full screen. Let's unmute. I wanted to unmute. Oh, it's just a picture? I can't unmute. Anyway, maybe there's no sound. Are you ready? No, I said, yeah. Then I posted. I'll go 5 more minutes. All information, Amy, Vic, and Andy, CP, Victim Assistance Act of 2018. Did your news tell you about that? Did our news tell us about that? That was on December 27th, 2018 that I posted that. Let's see, when was that? Passed. DC Panic. Me too. They hyped us up. Yeah, they did. Listen, war is war, right? Collateral damage we had to all kind of suffer. The disenchantment, or what would you call it? Why is... because did I pause? Restream is kind of stuck. That's a little scary. Guys, give me a second. Let me check Restream here. Maybe it just gave up updating. Okay, well, I'll come back. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, the screen refresh was stuck. Made me scared for a second. Anyway, what date was this? This is the 115th Congress. Sometime in 2018. DC Panic. It was great. And, it was important, right? Who knows? The future is looking glass, right? Looking glass. Looking glass. I think we all think, don't we think maybe they couldn't see past a certain point in time? Here's what's weird. Okay. I don't know if I'm the first person to say this. They couldn't see past a certain point in time, right? They couldn't get past. They're like, we can see all up to here. I think that's, if I heard that right, that's Dune 1 and Dune 4, if you read the books. Frank Herbert, man. Talk about deep state disclosure guy. Man. Read you some Herbert. It's a lot of work, but you'll be like, what? This is all today. Anyway, like a lot of things in life, right? They have to tell you. They tell us all over the place. Reality is a reality generation machine, as Matt, Quantum of Conscience, kind of says. I butchered it. So on December 27th, 2018, I asked, is the play to demonstrate that controlled inflation is a centuries-old swindle? You know, it's the Trump administration. I forget. I was complaining about something. Fiat currency, you know, it's dead. We pretend it's alive. It's dead. Dead. It's a fact. So the ruble crashed. Watch for the dollar to crash and watch for Gasara and Nasara. Just saying. Oh, sorry for my spinning ball earthers. But on December 27, 2018, I posted a great joke I just heard. Oh, this goes to both people. If Kubrick filmed the moon landing, why wasn't it pretentious and boring? Come on. That's pretty funny. If Kubrick filmed the moon landing, why wasn't it pretentious and boring? That's it hits. That's good. That I think both sides can laugh at of that debate. Now they're in now they're in Gitmo. No, wait. DC Panic. Straight up. All possibilities ended in the same checkmate. 5D chess. You're watching a movie. Are we in movie 3 yet? Isn't it 3? I think we're in movie 3. Now they're in now they're in Gitmo. No, wait. Ankle bracelets, Tom Hanks, the video. Remember the little number over the door? Oh, man. I'm glad we're doing this. This is good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask anyone in the chat. If you hear this recording, message me. Sacha Baron Cohen, who America deleted scenes. Who America deleted? I forget what this is. Sacha Baron Cohen, whose America deleted scenes, may have. This is Newsweek, okay? This is Newsweek. May have exposed elite POPHILE sex ring. Dick Cheney, waterboarding. Somehow he's in there. Anyway, the point is, this was in Newsweek. I posted a link on Facebook, December 28th, 2018. Yeah, that was a transformer. Do you remember that? This is actually worth looking at. Let me see if I might have just put it in the notes. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it may be a dead link. Hang on. Let's go to this one. December 28th. Oh, I guess I didn't put the link. This is one of those Sky events or whatever, or like direct energy weapon. Nausea Week. Yeah, Two Rivers. Operation Northwoods, unrelated to anything. I forget what that is. False flag, right? A known false flag, right? Or a discussed they planned a false flag. No proof that any ever happened, but they planned one. Anyway, that was December 28th, 2018. All right. I'm going to stop on this one just due to the time. I wish I could stay longer. I really do. I got to get up early. Noise Week. This is a good one to stop on. I said to my friends on Facebook on December 28th, 2018, I think I might develop this rule of thumb. If someone does mock human sacrifice, like Will Ferrell, Marina Abramovich, rule of thumb, they actually do the real thing too. It's not a gag. It's not a joke. Could I be wrong? How often would I be wrong? Would I get 2 nines of accuracy there? 1 9? I'd at least get 90% accuracy, right? Hey, I televised, which Will Ferrell did, a human sacrifice. Oh, that's a mock human sacrifice. All those pictures of them eating the Abramovich cake. The Alice in Wonderland Tom Petty video. I'm sorry, but that's got Illuminati written all over it. Did I just say Illuminati out loud? If you mimic a human sacrifice, and I used to go to Burning Man. I've been in some crazy ass things. I don't think I ever saw a mimicked human sacrifice. I saw some crazy ass Babylonian crap. But generally, if you conduct one and you mimic it, you do it when people aren't looking. Or you did it right in front of them and you said, oh no, it's just cake. It's just cake made to look like humans. Anyway, that'll be my closing note. I'm going to, I think we are scratchingless. Totally fine. Totally fine. Let me just double check. Let me check my checklist. What do I do at the end? Outro video. That's it. That's my whole checklist. Sorry to leave so soon, team. Maybe next week I can stay a little longer. How many thousand children go missing in a month? Good question, too, Rivers. I don't know the answer off the top of my head because I have trouble remembering things like that. I know I've read it. Here's the thing. If you're a person, anyone listening to this, that doesn't know that answer, it's okay. But do you kind of want to know? Or do you just go, DC Panic, thanks. It's great to find OGQ turds to be amongst. There's a lot here at the Foxhole, right? I'm kind of... I never was a deep diver. I'm not really an autist. And I was a lurker. This stuff I did on Facebook is the highest I went, you know. Well, also the Reddit stuff, but that was 6 months or so. Then it collapsed, and I tried to follow it. Then I just became kind of a watcher of Craig Mason, of a little bit of Red Pill 78, you know, the usuals. And lurked here listening and watching on the Foxhole. And then, a month or two ago, I think about more like 2 now, just opened up. Anyway, let me bring the music down. Turning off the lights. I'm going to play the outro video. And I'll see you all. I do a green screen breakdown. So I'll see you all over at... I'm going to go to TikToks. All right. 800,000 divided by 12. Right? So that's what, like 70,000? Divided by 30, that'd be 2,000 a day. Is that US or globe? I mean, 1 is too many, right? Anyway, let me hit the outro. Loved it. See you Friday. The outro will tell you all. It'll do better than I ever could. All right. Love ya. Thank you for spending time with us. We're joined on Fridays by co-host Angular. This has been G. Ross, and you are the underscore. Be sure to catch us on the foxhole.app, DLive, YouTube, or Facebook. Current shows include The Bread Pill Weekly. You've been red pilled, now be the red pill. You're out of the oven and ready for delivery on our weekly alternative news roundup and call-in show on Foxhole, DLive, YouTube, and Facebook every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Central, co-hosted by G. Ross and Angular. Current shows include Epistemology for Fun and Profit, where woo meets goo. You're in the woo, and the woo is in you. A philosophical call-in show with occasional guest interviews, diving into the oldest questions. Most episodes are exclusively on the foxhole.app, Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Central. Current shows include 9dNation, the nation with no denomination. Declare to the custom agents any edible plants or miscellaneous worldviews. We take a look back at how we got here, eventually leading into a regular Wednesday night Bible study at 11 p.m. Central. Catch us on the foxhole.app, DLive, YouTube, and Facebook. Our Friday co-host is Angular. This has been G. Ross, and you are the underscore.